Hello and welcome back to Nikke. Let's claim our daily quest. Alright, do these. Sure, why not? Sure, why not?
Saw teeth, entire building. Come again if you need anything. Thank you. Hope you put it to good use.
What are you looking for? Just name it.
Alright, we have Guilty, Sin, or Quincy that we can buy. Let's have a look, shall we? So Guilty is 0 stars. Sin is 0 stars, and Quincy is 1 star. Alright, let's go with Quincy then.
I'll build you everything you need.
Looks like we've got company. You're our VIP.
Looking to get something on the up and up? Then you've come to the right.
Welcome to Ruby's shop. Doesn't it feel great spending money? Another successful transaction. Thank you for coming. Another successful...
You can take your time, Commander.
All right.
Commencing operation.
Your singing may not be perfect, but it inexplicably makes my heart race. I'd love to swallow you up just once. I guess now's not the time.
Okay, one more.
Sparks between us.
Let's do that. Skip. Now we need to get someone something. Let's go with Modernity, I suppose.
You take up all the space in my heart, Commander.
Alright. Claim. Let's do some recruits. We have 3 social points. And we have not 1 normal pool. Unfortunate. Okay, got that. Sure. That's a level up. We need to do interception still. Let's go to the arc. When is this ending?
Bonjour! Welcome to La
In 4 days. That's good, I think. Because we might still get the reward for it. Oh, let's do this.
Woohoo! Let's have a party! Lady Luck is always on our side.
Behold my ultimate blade.
Luck is reserved for those who are prepared! I really, really like you. Luck is reserved for those who are prepared! Lady Luck is always on our side. How do you like that? A grand victory!
Come on.
Now it's hot spring time!
After all that, I deserve a compliment.
Still no helmet.
Oh-ho! You wake me up when the battle is over.
I didn't mean to do simulation room, but whatever. We might as well do it now.
The simulation room. It's going to be a bore, isn't it? Enoch and I are apparent. It's going to be a bore, isn't it? Enoch and I are apparent. It's going to be a bore, isn't it? Third simulation is coming to an end. It's the final battle. It's going to be a bore, isn't it?
Lady Luck is always
Show
on
them
our
no
side.
quarter. After all that, I deserve a compliment.
Alright, that should be all. Now let's go for the boomstay.
After all that, I deserve a compliment.
Let me go to the shop and buy one of these. Once there was a girl. My dream is to look at the sky. Whenever the precious Droney spoke of her dreams, the other kids were always puzzled. What kind of dream is that? You want to look at the sky? All you gotta do is lift your head up. If you ask me, you've already achieved your dream. And when they asked these questions, Droney would reply, the sky above us isn't the real thing. The real sky is much higher up and much more vast. The sniggering laughter became louder. Don't be such a weirdo, Droney. If this isn't the real sky, then what's the real one like? It's what lies above all those amazing places we've heard about in stories. The open sea, erupting volcanoes, and everything else waiting for us up on the surface. Above it all is the real true sky. So your dream is to go up to the surface and get torn apart by raptures? Friends laughed at her. You're such an idiot. As time passed, her friends would hurl more vicious insults at her. And every time they did, Trony would fantasize about one day someone would believe her. That one day, the truth would come to light. No matter how much her friends made fun of her, Trony never stopped telling them about the dream. However, things rarely happen according to our plans, and Trony's dream would soon take an unexpected turn. Apparently, we're supposed to be able to see something unusual in the sky today. Yeah, I wonder what it could be. On a day when many citizens gathered in the square to protect everyone in the Ark, Nikke's, a video was projected into the Ark sky display, the Dome of Eternity. It was a 1-minute advertisement consisting of footage of Nikke's defeating Raptures. The moment had finally come. Now everyone would believe her. You see, I told you that wasn't the real sky. You had to go up to the surface to see. Trony, however, was unable to continue. The laughter from her friends, which had been directed toward her. Why does the sky look funny? Are those raptures? Soon gave way to panicked screams. The woman, who had just been looking at the sky with her lover. No, it can't be. We're underground. No, no! Was scratching her face in a frenzy, as if her mind was in tatters. As for the man beside her, how could I have forgotten? He stared blankly into space, tears pouring down his face. The truth had finally come to light, and the false reality they had constructed had crumbled. The ensuing panic and confusion consumed everyone and everything. Fear, frustration, and sadness swept over the crowd, and all Trony could do was weep. It was at that moment that she realized the truth is better left hidden. People were simply not ready to accept the truth. That year, Trony became a Nikke. That year was the deadliest in the Ark's history. Okay. Interesting.
Enemy sighted!
You're so cute, Commander.
The hour of retribution draws near.
Good game. Engaging!
I did good, right?
We are out of harm's way, fleeting as it may be.
Hacking the enemy system. Hacking completed. Police Officer Polly is here. Let me be your escort. Incoming.
After all that, I deserve a compliment.
Trony was turned into a Nikke and joined the Electric Shock Squad. Upon being activated, she was given one mission directive. Where to resolve the power issues in the Ark. It's been ravaged with power outages, and they want us to take care of it. If the Dome of Eternity shuts down to one of these power outages, suffice to say it won't be good. I know that all too well. I'm sorry if I brought up a bad memory. We're probably gonna be too busy for a while to play Boom. Is that okay with you? I don't care how busy we are, so long as the Dome of Eternity stays on. Alright. Then we better dive into the research straight away. I'm looking forward to working with you. An awfully chipper greeting, considering the circumstances. It's just a standard greeting. That's what you do when you want to form a relationship with someone. Oleg grins while hiding a book behind her back. The title of which, Interpersonal Relationships 101. Is that all the preparation done? Yeah. I'm really looking forward to this. Me too. Well, shall we begin? Sure thing. You can leave the circus design to me. That's my area of expertise. You don't have to remind me, Mastroni. Everybody knows you're the best in the field of electrical engineering. The best? Oh boy. Trony hastily buries her face between her knees and begins to tremble. What? Did I say something wrong? The best. Clearly not a big fan of compliments. Noted. Electric shock. Research log. Month X. Day X. A good day to play Boom at home. Participants. Electronic. Start of conversation. Converter development. Something doesn't seem right. I agreed. What could it be the problem this time? Did I make an error in calculations? I checked and double checked them. Again, let's run it again. Electric shock, research log. Month X, day X. A perfect day to play some Boom. Disruption during converter development. Oh, I'm back. How did it go? I'll never get used to these darn interviews. Why in the world do I have to promote missiles anyway? I'm sure you did a great job. You should join me next time. Miss Trony. Just thinking about it makes me feel nauseous. I couldn't possibly stand in front of a crowd of people. The moment I show up on the TV screen, missile stock prices will plummet. Then soon it will beat me to a pulp. It's a good thing I uploaded a new copy of my will to the computer. Revision number 427. It's been an honor knowing you, Alec. What are you blabbering about? Don't get carried away by your imagination. Besides, how come you are so obsessed with writing all these goofy codicils? Every time I see Suyan, I feel like I need to write another will. Anyway, nothing bad is going to happen to you, so don't worry. More importantly, how's your research today? You must have had a tough time going solo. It wasn't too hard. You know the capacitors that measure the power coming into the substation? I think they may be broken. They haven't been giving out any readings. Ah, that's strange. Wasn't everything working fine yesterday? I'll check if there's an issue with the power source tomorrow. You know where the power source is? It's just a matter of tracing the power back to its source. Nothing too difficult. Says you. That's advanced stuff that only you could pull off. Wait a sec, did you just say power tracing? That's illegal. And you did it behind my back? I'll leave the rest of this to you, Alec. What? That's another thing you say to someone when you're getting to know them. Now is not the right time to be using that. Electric shock, research log. Monfax, DX, clear weather. Participant, Trony. Error in measuring the arc-generated ARC's power source. Plan to check the ARC's power source directly. Alec absent. Report written by Trony. Based on the observations regarding the amount of power coming into the substation, the reason for the power outages being experienced in the ARC are not due to insufficient power generation. They are instead being caused by an excessive amount of power being supplied throughout the ARC's infrastructure, resulting in a power surge. Therefore, the converter's task is not to increase the power output, but in fact to divert excess power generated by the ARC's power source. End of log. That's all correct. So tell me, what was the power source? Nothing special, just a normal generator. Nothing special? Is that what you call a machine that generates infinite amounts of energy? You've dreamt of this for ages. This means the ability to create an infinite energy source is hidden somewhere in the ARC? Aren't you even curious? How could it have remained hidden until all this time? What's the truth behind all this? What are we missing here? I'm tired. I can imagine, considering how hard you worked on that converter. Well, you can rest easy, knowing that we put a stop to all these pesky power outages. You should go and rest. Electric shock, research log. Fun fact, day X, a perfect day to play some Boom in the laboratory. Participants, Alec, Trony. Converter developments completed. Miss Trony! After development of the converter, Trony continues to be absent. The day Trony learned the true identity of the power source of the Ark, she felt a tremendous fear. At the same time, a thought ran through her mind. The truth is better left hidden. People are not ready to accept the truth. It was for this reason that Trony decided she would keep the truth hidden. Is the Rapture powering the Ark? That would be so cool. And shoulder all the fear that came with it herself. As Trony stares at the monitor, she drops the tablet in her hand, and then buries her face between her knees, as if to block out all the sound, as if to separate herself from the world. Her body begins to tremble, and the tears stream down her face, staining her sleeves. Suddenly, there is a sound of footsteps out in the hallway. Miss Trony, it's me! Alec?
Hacker ready. Let me catch my breath. Must persevere. Taking cover!
All right, you all are next.
Fancy a drink?
Oh, sorry, I was muted. Trony? Something happened today. I'm met with Mr. Common. Wait, no, that's not it. The Ark Gaming Expo is tomorrow. They said they're gonna have an Ark Rangers meet and greet there. Isn't that exciting? No, that's not what I was supposed to say either. Every time she approaches the door to Trony's room, Alex stops short and pulls back. Having a hard time? Yeah, expressing your feelings is harder than said than done. Now that's what I'm actually doing it. I'm kind of freaking out. Are you scared you won't be able to properly express yourself? Yeah. I must look pretty pathetic about now. Not at all. This is a perfectly normal reaction. Really? But look, nothing will change if you back away from this. Now is the time to take the step forward. I know, you're right. You don't want to abandon Trony and leave her like this, do you? No, I would never want that. And back up. I can tell how genuine you are. I'm sure Trony will sense that as well. Gotta be genuine, that's all. Alec mumbles to herself as she once again steps towards the door. After taking a deep breath, she knocks at the door again. Miss Trony, it's me again. Alec, I have something to say to you. It's about an old story from way back. When I was young, I was always bullied by my peers for liking Boom so much. They called me a weirdo, said I was obsessed. They said it so much that I even started to believe it. I felt like an outcast, like couldn't be accepted anywhere. I started to spend more and more time in my room. But one day, I heard a girl's voice outside my window, shouting, "My dream is to look at the sky." That's not the real sky. The real sky is what lies above all those amazing places we've heard about in stories. The moment I laid eyes on that girl, she was positively radiant. The confidence with which she stood by her dreams, no matter what others said. I wanted to become like her. To have that same self-assurance, to be able to have my own convictions and stand by them. I think that's when it happened. When I first had the desire to install Boom on every device I could find. That way, all those people who ignored me before would see just how great Boom was. I realize it's a bit of a weird dream, but that's when it all began. Miss Trony, you're like a beacon of light. And you shine far too bright to be spending your life locked up in a dark room. I know that. Whatever it is that's scaring you, I know that you will overcome it. No matter how long it takes. You will finally overcome it. You mustn't forget your dream. You always wanted to make sure the Dome of Eternity never turned off. To make that dream a reality, you overcame your past trauma and made a converter. So please, just come outside now, so we can play some Boom like we used to. Or heck, we could play any other shooting game you like. All the lights in the hallway cut out. It's a power outage, and it's affected the entire arc. Okay. That's not good.
Let's see how strong I become.
All clear. A successful experiment indeed.
The loss of power causes widespread panic in the arc. Even from Trony's room, distant cries can be heard of in the distance. I knew something bad was going to happen. Trony, something's wrong with the converter. I've got to take a look at it. I'll be right back. Mr. Commander, let's go. Footsteps fade away. Trony, if your memories are wiped, you will lose everything, and all you saw that day, Trony's dream, even a leg. Is that what you want? Trony rings her shirt more tightly. No, I can't let that happen. Trony, running away won't solve anything. I know that. Trony, whatever it is that's scaring you, you can overcome it. Didn't Elec tell you the same thing? Miss Trony, you are like the beacon of light. You shine far too bright to be spending your time locked up in a dark room. I know that. Whatever it is that was scaring you, I know we'll overcome it. Yeah, we heard this before. So let's go outside. We have something to do. Trony lifts her head. As she does, she glances at the monitor. On the screen are the various stats on the HUD for the shooting game. And above that, a fighter jet that Trony is in control of. On the HUD, there's a screen name. T. Roni. As the backup power also runs out, the monitor gradually fades, leaving Trony facing only her reflection in the glass. Running away won't solve anything. With trembling hands, Trony opens the door. The dark hallway seems both familiar and foreign. Black Arc Ranger figurines and other merchandise line at the entire length of the passage. Video games, CDs, comics, and more. All things that Elec had purchased throughout her years of attempting to draw out Trony. Trony glances at the gifts that Elec had prepared for her, and then rushes outside. Okay.
They are as candles, the better burnt out.
Let me catch my breath.
Goodbye.
You must persevere. Taking cover! You did well, Commander!
I follow Elec into the unfamiliar building. Where are we? This is the substation. This is where all the electricity produced in the power plant is converted and distributed to various locations. Basically, how it works is, Elec proceeds to bombard me with an in-depth explanation that I only grasp on a superficial level. In summary, the converter is the entire reason why the Ark is a reliable power supply. If that's the case, then something must be wrong with the converter, is that right? Correct. Can you shine the flashlight over here? Point the flashlight where Alec directs me to. Watch out for the areas where the sparks are flying. That'd be okay, but I don't want you getting electrocuted. How does it look? To be honest, not so good. For some reason, more power than usual is being generated from the power plant. The converter is being overloaded. Right now, only some areas are experiencing a power outage. And unless we tend to this quickly, it will spread throughout the entire arc. And that would include the Dome of Eternity. That would be a big problem. Exactly. There was a time when we tried to show an advertisement of the Dome of Eternity. Once people realized that the sky above them was a fictional construct, they lost their minds. More than that, I heard many people fell into depression. Yes, and it was just from a short 60-second advertisement. I imagine what could happen if they were completely kaput. We've got to do something. I know, we've got to do everything we can to prevent that from happening. While I rewire the circuits here, can you... I've already taken care of the circuits over there. What? What else can I do? Miss Trony? Alec embraces Trony. Alec. Yeah, it's nice to see you outside. You're suffocating me. Oh, sorry. I'm just so jazzed up. Perhaps we can save all this for later? You got it. Let's get back to work. Since Miss Trony is here now, we should be able to repair the converter in no time. Mr. Commander, can you go and tell the others that the power will be back on? I don't want anyone losing their heads out there. On it. I'm glad you two are on the case. Yeah, thanks for the vote of confidence. Some way behind, Trony hangs her head. And I'll leave the rest up to the experts. Okay. Here we go. Trony hands the tablet to Alec, which displays her calculations regarding the power output. Holy moly, this thing is outputting twice as much power as before. No wonder converter couldn't handle it. Gotta improve the converter's handling capacity. Do you think we can do it? I've done it before. Good, then let's get started. Oh, Miss Trony. Yes? It's nice to be working with you again. Heh. Same here. Okay.
Let's get this show on the road!
I did good, right?
You did well, Commander!
And the last one. Now, all we've got to do is replace the circuit and we should be done. Yes, nearly there. Alec, I have something to say. What's that? What we are doing here? Won't solve the issue with the Ark's power. I figured. This incident proved as much. I'm not sure what exactly powers the Ark, but something like this could happen again. If we want to solve this problem for good, we've got to find a way to control that power source. Although it beats me how we are supposed to rain on a power source that produces infinite energy. It's frightening, isn't it? That such a thing could exist in the Ark. You can say that again. Wait, you're scared too? Of course. I always thought you weren't as scared of anything. Don't be silly, of course there are things that freak me out. Well, you certainly seemed fearless when you secretly installed Boom on Ocean's phone. Yeah, actually, I've ever told you why I like Boom as much as I do? Tony shakes her head. Boom is an old school game, so in many ways it doesn't hold your hand. It doesn't give you a map, or tell you where you are on the level. No information about how many enemies there are, or item locations. You've got to figure it all out as you go. In the beginning, it was really scary. You never know when an enemy would pop out, or if you would fall into a trap. But as you keep playing, you slowly become more familiar with the layout of the levels. Where your current location is, how many enemies are left, and where certain items are. You find these things out naturally over the course of playing. After I'd cleared the entire game, I felt a real sense of accomplishment. That's when the boom hit me, so to speak. That's why Boom is so much fun to me. We're experiencing the same thing here. fact we may not know much is terrifying. But if we keep gathering information, we'll eventually be able to control this thing. That's when it'll feel the boom, baby. Here we go. The newly renovated converter kicks into gear. Pulse-pounding 8-bit music fills the air, along with a spectacular light show. Boom, baby! All around them, boom plays on every visible display. I figured since we had such a hard day, we deserve to live a little. What a feeling. Alec and Trony look around the multitude of boom images surrounding them, with a goofy smiles plastered on their faces. That was fun. Guess it's about time we head back. Alec, before we head back, can we stop by somewhere? Where? The Ark's power source. I want to show it to you. Alright, I think it's gonna be some kind of Rapture that's powering the Ark. Maybe this guy.
Fancy a drink?
Whoa! Oh my gosh, oh my gosh! Are you seeing this, Mr. Commander? It's the limited edition boom package! Yeah, I've seen it. We've been staring at it for an hour now. Nope, let's leave Alec for her devices. We should head to the final quest event. It'll be starting any minute now. After Electric Shock banded together to solve the power outage crisis, all of us decided to come to the Ark and Shay Gaming Expo to celebrate. I never thought that you would be joining us, Trony. It's only because they told me there was going to be an Ark Rangers meet and greet. I gathered enough courage to make it out here. But there are so many people. Never mind, forget it, I want to go home. You see that, Miss Trony? It's the limited edition boom package. Holy moly. Wow. Alec. All is well and that ends well, I suppose. At least Alec and Trony are getting along again. I know you had a day off, Axia, but what about you two? Man, I can't believe it. Could you please get a hold of yourself and answer my question? Trony, help me out here. I look over at Trony, who has tears in her eyes. We are so doomed. Huh? Duan actually wanted us to come in today, but Alec ignored her and dragged me here instead. She seemed pretty angry about something, although I'm not sure what. I got it written down here somewhere. Out of the 427 times Sin has called us in, there were 201 outbursts, 149 instances of verbal abuse, 45 flip-outs, 32 counts of disciplinary action. Trony shudders and slumps, nearly sliding off her chair, but Alec catches her. Don't worry too much. It's probably nothing. Yeah, you're probably right. We did everything Sin asked us to. We changed all her passwords from 3 months ago. We found a remote controller that got lost behind the sofa. She always makes you do all these menial tasks. She's just upset because I told her I was going to on a strike. I didn't placate you, Trony, so you don't need to worry. Strike? I have to start with number 428. I, Trony, and Nikke, belonging to the Electric Shock Squad, passed away on this day. Trony turns pale as Sheet of slumps down from her chair. Trony! Are you sure you two are okay? As long as we are getting along, I guess that's all that matters. Okay, I guess we are not learning what's in the Ark's power source. Maybe we'll discover that in the hard mode in 5 days. Well, let's claim these missions. Right, and we get the image as well. This one's cool. I wanted to go to the shop, come on. Buy the rest of these. What else do I buy? I guess I can buy that as well. Why not? Recruit. Let's use one of those. Nice. And now see if we get lucky with aid. 6 pools. We only need 1. 2 more pools for 8. How unfortunate. I'm not getting anything. And we have 5 days left. Not good. Not good at all. Well, let's apply this background. Not even I want to use it, I don't think. Actually, let's put it there. So that's it. That's cool. Alright. So with that, I'm gonna call it a day. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time, whenever that is. And yeah, we'll be doing, I guess, some actual campaign. Yeah, we could do that. We're a bit behind on that. So yeah, goodbye.